Welcome to 365 Language Planet. This is Let's Speak, the live chat for learning and using English. 英語を学び使うためのライブチャット. The theme of this episode is energy. As you watch the show, please share your answers and new questions in the chat or in the comments. ショーを見ながらチャットやコメントであなたの答えや新しい質問をぜひ共有してください。Let's make learning and using English fun by doing it together. 一緒に英語を学び使うことを楽しくしましょう。The first question of tonight's show is, I've been feeling tired from time to time recently. How about you? 日本語で最近時々疲れを感じます。あなたはどうですか？Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。I've been feeling tired from time to time recently. How about you? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. And I say time to time because usually I don't feel so tired after I wake up in the morning, but after I come home and after I go to the gym and I come home, I'm usually kind of tired. I have a bit of a tired time, and then sometimes, I get my energy back, but some days I feel, tired again, or I stay tired for a longer time. But anyways, how about you? I've been feeling tired from time to time recently. How about you? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. Do you feel tired in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening? I would say I often feel tired in the morning about, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours after waking up. And sometimes I drink coffee, but I still feel tired. How about you? And then, let's say, sometimes in the afternoon, maybe after I finish work, sometimes I feel tired too. And, sometimes I feel tired in the evening, but not as often. I almost always feel tired in the morning. Almost. How about you? Have you been feeling tired recently? And I wrote from time to time, which means not all the time, just, sometimes. Sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon. Once in a while in the evening means from time to time. I guess some people might not be tired like almost any time of day. Like maybe some people have energy all day. Or, some people might be tired all day. I don't know. How about you? Have you been feeling tired from time to time recently? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. You might be like me And you might be, oh, yeah, I feel tired from time to time recently too. Or, hey, YO, thanks for joining tonight's show. YO says, yes, me too. But the national holiday makes me happy. It's like a special present for me. That's great. And K Workshop, thank you for joining tonight's show too. K Workshop says, I don't feel tired so much. I think you need more energy. I think so too. Thanks for joining the show. It's anytime. But now it is Q&A time. You can ask me questions in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントで質問することができます。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。As always, you can ask me questions about the theme of the episode, which is energy, or you can ask me questions about anything. So please feel free to share your questions in the chat or in the comments. And as I said, you can share questions about anything. For example, you might ask questions about the weather, like, how was the weather where you live today? Where I live, it was very warm today. How about where you live? For example. Did you study languages today? And I would say, yes. I didn't study as much as I wanted to, but I did practice languages with Duolingo today. How about you? Did you have a nice lunch? All right, K Workshop says, when do you usually feel tired? Great question. Like I said, I usually feel tired in the morning. But yeah, how about you, K Workshop? Takesh says there's just too much to think about at work, and by around 5 p.m., my brain is exhausted. Thanks. Sorry to hear that, Takesh, but thanks for joining the show. あなたの質問することができます。Did you do anything fun this weekend? Are you going to do anything fun tomorrow? In Japan, tomorrow is a national holiday, which is exciting. My son has the day off from school, and my wife has the day off, but I will be going to work tomorrow. How about you? As always, when you ask questions, you can ask like WH questions. What, when, where, how. You can ask yes/no questions. Can you, have you, do you, would you like to, would you? And you can ask questions using a sentence plus how about you? Or right? It's warm where you live, right? I'll say, yes, it is very warm where I live today. How about you? Please ask your question in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントであなたの質問をしてください。I love reading and answering your questions. All right. Well, if you are still typing your question, please continue, and you can ask me your question in the chat or in the comments anytime. But now it is time for the second question of this episode, which is, if you had more energy, what would you like to do with it? 日本語でもしもっとエネルギーがあったら何をしたいですか? All right, so please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。All right, K Workshop says, I sometimes feel tired in the morning too, so I eat breakfast so much. Nice sentence. And YO says, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You're going to work tomorrow. Nice sentence. 2. If you had more energy, what would you like to do with it? I guess I would like to clean my home a little bit more. I think my home is pretty clean, but if I had more energy, I would like to clean a little bit more. How about you? If you had more energy, what would you like to do with it? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. For me, I'm okay with exercise. I think I exercise enough. And I think I cook enough. I cook enough food. So if I had more energy, I wouldn't like to exercise or cook more. But I would like to study languages more, use languages and teach languages more, and maybe clean my home a little bit more. How about you? If you had more energy, what would you like to do with it? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. So these days, usually I always have enough energy to study languages with Duolingo, but sometimes I'm too tired to write or make my original sentences. And so, if I had more energy, I would like to practice using languages more. How about you? If you had more energy, what would you like to do with it? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. All right, Takanona, thanks for joining tonight's show. Takanona says, if I had a little more energy, I would like to tidy up my room. Wow, that's the same as me. Thanks for joining tonight's show, Takanona. How about you? If you had more energy, what would you like to do with it? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. All right. If you are still typing, please continue, and you can share your answer in the chat or in the comments anytime. Now it is time. It is Q&A time. You can ask me questions in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントで質問することができます。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。As always, you can ask me questions about the theme of this episode, which is energy, or you can ask me questions about anything. I gave some examples during the last Q&A, like, I can give a few more examples. For example, did you watch the Winter Olympics recently? Which I did not, but I did read a little bit. I check the news almost every day, and I saw that the U.S. won the gold medal for women's hockey, which is exciting. I don't watch hockey, but I always cheer for the U.S. since I'm from America. How about you? You can ask me questions in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントで質問することができます。Do you have a favorite Olympic athlete? This year, I haven't watched a lot, so I don't have a favorite Olympic athlete this year. How about you? Did you cook any food recently? I made, as I mentioned earlier, I made tofu salad today, which is my original tofu salad. All right, Takanona says, I have more energy in the afternoon than in the morning. How about you? Great question. That's a tough question. I'd say sometimes I have more energy in the afternoon, and sometimes I have more energy in the morning. It's kind of case by case, but great question. 質問があったら、チャットまたはコメントでぜひ聞いてください。It's Q&A time. You can ask me questions in the chat. All right, Takesh says, I think I have more energy than people my age. How about you? Great question. I think I have more energy than I used to when I was younger, so that's a good sign. But nice question, Takesh. YO says, do you have any fun time for yourself recently? Great question. I do, occasionally I take a break and I watch some of my favorite shows. How about you, IO? Do you have any fun time for yourself recently? Make to share your question. All right, well, if you're still typing, please continue and you can share your question anytime. But now it is time for the last question of tonight's show, which is, do you know any good ways to have more energy? 日本語でもっとエネルギーを得るためのいい方法を知っていますか? That was kind of tough for me to read. I'll try one more time. もっとエネルギーを得るためのいい方法をしていますか? All right. Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. Do you know any good ways to have more energy? All right. You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。Do you know any good ways to have more energy? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. Since I've been feeling tired from time to time recently, this is a very important question to me because, I want to have more energy. So, usually when I don't have much energy, I like to rest and then drink coffee. But these days, drinking coffee is not giving me enough energy. So, I don't know. I think I need to try some new ways to have more energy. So, do you know? All right, K Workshop says, eat well, sleep well, and enjoy. Nice. Nice advice. One way that I haven't been using because I don't think I need to use it, but maybe I do. And that is drinking super light Bacardi Sweat. So I like to buy the kind of box of Bacardi Sweat powder, and then I make my own drink. And usually, one package in the box, the Bacardi Sweat powder, you can make. It's suggested that you make 1 liter with that package, but I make it super light. So instead of just 1 liter, I make 5 liters with 1 package. So it's about like 20% Bacardi Sweat and 80% water. And for me, that is a great way to have more energy in the summer usually. But who knows? Maybe I should try that. Maybe I will try that tomorrow. Do you know any good ways to have more energy? Please share your answer in the chat or in the comments. So my 3 ways, rest, lie down, take a rest, sleep or don't sleep, but just close your eyes and rest. That's my number 1 way. Number 2, drink coffee, but recently drinking coffee doesn't seem to be helping. And then my 3rd way is drinking super light Bacardi Sweat. Those are my the 3 good ways to have more energy that I know. All right, Takanona says, I think the way to get good energy is to remember what you want to do. Nice advice. I think another good way to have more energy is to exercise, but don't exercise too much. If you exercise too much, I think you will have less energy than more. So you have to be very careful about how much you exercise. All right. Well, if you are still typing your answer, please continue, and you can share your answer in the chat or in the comments anytime. But now it is Q&A time. So you can ask me questions in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントで質問することができます。You have 4 minutes. 4分間あります。 As always, you can ask me questions about the theme of this episode, which is energy, or you can ask me questions about anything. I was thinking an interesting question might be, do you have a favorite energy drink? For me, my Okay, so hey, hi Bridge. Thanks for joining tonight's show. Hey, hi Bridge says, I think it's about eating well, sleeping well, and laughing a lot. Nice idea. Question? If you do, please ask me the question in the chat or in the comments. 質問がありますか？もしあったら、チャットまたはコメントで聞いてください。I was thinking about making this episode's theme about winter because I feel like this year's winter is almost over. Like it's becoming like very warm in Guma, Japan. So, all right. K Workshop says, I think watching some heartwarming movies is a good way to get much energy. How about you? Nice question. I've tried watching movies before to get energy, but I love watching movies. But after I finish watching the movies, sometimes I'm tired, and so I'm not sure if it's the best way to get energy for me. But that's great that it's good for your energy, which is the most important. So, nice question. があったら、チャットまたはコメントで来てください。Tomorrow is a national holiday in Japan, but I don't know what holiday it is. All right, Takesh says, I listen to my favorite band's songs to recharge my energy. How about you? Nice idea. Yes, I like to listen to songs that recharge my energy as well. YO says, I recommend to eat meat, fish, and vegetables. It's lots of protein. Nice idea. Yeah. Recently, I've been eating a lot of tofu, but I think I might be eating too much tofu. So maybe I'll try the switch. I'll try to eat some more meat, fish, and vegetables. Nice idea. This is Q&A time. You can ask me questions in the chat or in the comments. チャットまたはコメントで質問することができます。All right, well, if you are still typing, please continue and you can ask me your questions in the chat or in the comments anytime. But now, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for practicing English and using English together with me tonight. Let's speak. The live chat for learning and using English. 英語を学び使うためのライブチャットは is every Sunday at 8:30 p.m. Japan Standard Time. So, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I look forward to learning and using English with you again. So, till next time, have a great night. Bye!